The personal assistant to the late Chief MKO Abiola, Wale Fasakin, has joined other Nigerians in criticizing former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, over his recent book launch. Now, speaking with journalists on Monday, Fasakin said IBB's apology and admission regarding his role in the June 12 struggle had only reopened old wounds. However, he questioned the relevance of the gesture to present-day Nigeria. Meanwhile, a group of legal practitioners under the banner of the League of Patriotic Lawyers is demanding the prosecution of IBB and his allies. The group condemned what it described as a glaring case of double standards, arguing that while lawyer Dele Farotimi's book criticizing the judiciary allegedly led to police incarceration, IBB's admission of complicity in grave crimes had instead earned him millions in sales and praise from the political elite. For more on this, I am joined by Barrister Abubakar Yesufu, his president of the League of Patriotic Lawyers, who joins me live from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us, Abubakar.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here again.
All right, can you speak to us on, how the book launch came across to you and your group?
I was very shocked, indescribably so, because if you go through some of those manifest excerpts, you discover that it was an exercise in distortion and outright fraud. And if people like us don't come out to really take out the book for what it is, that is a fraudulent work of art, then some kids that were not born then, you discover even in 1993, I was not married. My kids might want to take Babangida for a hero instead of a villain that he is. So that book is villainous, that book is fraudulent, and that book should be protected by all youths. Apart from being the president of League of Patriotic Lawyers, I was also the president of my student union. So we are calling on the youths of this entire country to boycott the entire book. If you were permitted to say one or two things about this book, it would be very helpful. Look at the issue of, let us be personal, the issue of Mama Basa. It described Mama Basa as being envious of him. Here was a man who was so brilliant, so much so when they slammed him with the condemnation or conviction, the minds that are very literally wide and acceptable all over the world, which includes but not limited to Professor Wale Fasakin, Chino Achebe, and even J.P. Clark, they went to beg on his behalf. But the evil genius, as he has started himself, refused and proceeded to execute Basa. And don't forget that, yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now, your group actually, complained about double standards. How would you rate IBB's acclaimed repentance, when writing history?
Well, he tried to be revisionist in form. And even made some of his close friends victims of these persons. You discover that when he was retired, or when he was forced to retire, he left behind Sani Abacha. No fool was scared of Sani Abacha like 2000 ago. Why did he leave that serpent behind? Who later annulled the interim national government? So I see IBB's book as an attempt to start history on its head. And those of us who were a bit mature at that time and who participated in trying to ensure that June 12th was alive will not take kindly to this. Don't forget that that was the only mandate whereby Nigeria would have been able to forge unity in diversity. Nobody even knew then that even his running mate was King Ibrahim, a Muslim, and even his contestant, Bashi Tofa, was defeated in his native Kano. So Abiola represents that idea, that ideal, and the ideology we have often lived for. Nigeria has a penchant for praising very, very technical characters, and little ever wonder that even in that place, we realized about 16 billion. What it tells you is that that was a return on investment. He has invested seriously on those people who donated money. and he was able to live consequently. Those who are law-abiding Nigeria, it is unfortunate that they are the criminals. In a lawless society like Nigeria, you become a criminal when you are law-abiding. Look at the young policemen. The whole regime, they were retired only 2 weeks ago. These people constitute crime de la crime of the police. One of those people retired, I must tell you, I have a story to go far. If you go back to Evans, the billionaire, that was arrested years ago, life imprisonment, and he's trying to go back. So that the man that drove him away from Benin was one of those retired. I don't want to mention his name, but go back to Evans' confession. We discovered that this thing was there. Babangida had a dream to rule this country forever. So it would be destruction of facts for him to say that it was beyond him. It was Abacha's connivance and all that. I call on somebody like David Mark, especially who's still alive, to come and rebut, because he painted David Mark as a highly anti-democracy. He said David Mark wanted to, or would have killed Abiola if he had handed the reins of power to him. I think this is a challenge to David Mark to come and tell us how come he's so anti-democracy, and yet he profited from the same democratic experiment when he became a Senate president. So I see that book as bad for and it was a time of when the military buccaneers, which includes but not limited to IBB, Abacha, Jogoyaro, and others, they had us to ransom, and it will be tantamount to taunting us by coming to slap our face with this book, which is heinous. But I'm not surprised, because if you go back to history, you discover that most dictators, once they want to take over power, they don't want to start gradually until they are taking the same power. But this book is calamitous, and this book will not go to distance. We are talking to ourselves.
All right, Mr. Yesufu. Mr. Yesufu, in addition to your concerns, now the personal assistant to late Chief MKO Abiola, that's Wale Fasakin, has actually said that the book only opens up new wounds. It opens up old wounds, I beg your pardon. Now, do you see a need for legal actions against IBB? Is this ever going to be a possibility?
Oh, yes. You see, in criminal law, time does not run against the state. This question of trying to jettison, when you jettison a democratically elected man by the entire country in June 12th, we can still punish him. It's not only treasonable, it is indeed treason, properly so-called. And IBB can be tried and jailed. And those who were there, I think it's unfortunate that you see that was an assemblage of John Godley, and they have also added dimension to this new call. They are also complicit in trying to stamp this book on our faces. We reject it, and we ask that it should be withdrawn. And no right thinking Nigeria should buy that book, because it is full of fraud, it's full of mental somersault, and it does not tell you 1/10 of what happened in June 12th. So it is subhuman in constitution, and monkish in character. I condemn him verbatim.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Abubakar Yesufu, for joining us and speaking on this.